Hi, pile one. You chose the Howlite heart. And what we're going to be doing, you guys, is checking into the energy of you and your person, whomever's on your mind. It can be a romantic connection, it can be a platonic connection, a connection with your a friend or a family member, a business connection or whatever. Sorry, and tapping in to see if there's any hope for this connection, whether that means reconciling, restoring that connection, whatever that may mean for you. Okay, so depending on the dominant energy of the people tapping into this connection, if it tends to take on more of a like a romantic feeling, just it's a general reading, you guys, so just take that into consideration. You can apply the information as needed. So, you know, if the overall dominant energy of everybody that's connecting to this pile is romantic, and we talk about things maybe like passionately or even, you know, physical intimacy, that would be just something you would omit out. Okay, just to keep that in mind. If you guys are interested in booking a private reading with me while they're still available, just check the description box below. I do have a, you know, what's going on with my person in this connection type of a reading. It's only $25. It's in the email in the description box below. Why am I having a hard time talking? That's interesting. I also have another one that's just a basic reading where basically you are able to ask any kind of a question. I'll email you a little bit later after you purchase to find out what issue you're wanting help with. Okay, also $25. So anyway, let's just get right into your reading, you guys. Again, we picked the Howlite heart. Let's see what is going on with your connection. Right off the bat, you guys, we got karmic relationship with whip. Okay, so I am picking up this relationship or this connection may have been fraught with a lot of turmoil, a lot of conflict, a lot of not seeing eye to eye, a lot of maybe misunderstandings. Definitely a feeling where communication here, there was a breakdown of communication. And it may have been like you were trying to say or convey something and the other person was just reading or, you know, reading or receiving the message completely different than what was intended. And with whip, this is a very yeah, this energy feels very, I want to say stuffy, but it's even more. That might be why I'm having a hard time really putting things into words, because I feel that was probably the main issue in this connection with your person. That may even be where it's at right now. You're not really quite sure what to say for fear that it's going to be taken the wrong way. And I am also feeling like there is something that you're wanting to say to whomever is on your mind, pile one. And there's this feeling of kind of being gun shy about it. Wanting to step forward, but being very, very careful with how you craft your words, the energy that you show up. And I just feel like there's a lot of conflict here. A lot of explosive kind of energy. Okay, so for those of you that are in a love kind of a relationship, or really the relationship, the connection in general is karmic in nature. So it's here to teach you something. It's here to trigger you. And this is for both parties, okay? It's here to really highlight your shadow, highlight things within you that might be keeping you from making progress and moving forward in this lifetime, okay? And often karmic relationships, you guys, are very difficult in nature, okay? Very difficult in nature. So I definitely am feeling for you, pile one, because right off the bat, the energy I'm picking up from this connection is just, it's not a pleasant one at all. Okay, that doesn't mean that there's no hope for it. It means like the state of things so far feel to be very I mean, I don't even, there's a word that's wanting to come through, you guys, but for some reason I cannot connect to it. And I feel that's kind of like the overall energy. There's something you're wanting to convey, but not being able to find the right words. Okay, let's see what's going on. We got TikTok, hamster wheel. Let's get one more for pile one, please, regarding this connection Pile 1 and Pile 1's connection. Oh my gosh, yes. So there's this feeling, there's almost this feeling of urgency, like this needs to be talked about now. This needs, like, there's almost a sense of urgency about a conversation that needs to be had in this connection. There's a feeling of, you know, for some of you, maybe your person is sick, maybe you're sick, and I'm talking like maybe terminally ill. Or there's that sense that time is running out where this connection is concerned. I mean, it could be because one, or, you know, you or them, you may feel like one of you is terminally ill, or there is like a divorce pending, or there's something happening where it's like, we need to have this conversation now, or it's going to be too late. Whatever that situation that means it's going to be too late may be, there is that sense, okay? Like time is running out. It's now or never. This conversation, this needs to happen now. But there's also this sense of not being able to find quite the right words, wanting to make the best of the time that you spend with this person, or, you know, the best of the time that you spend, you know, having this conversation with this person, because you're not wanting it to be a waste of time for either you or for them. But then there's this feeling of a hamster wheel. It's like the two of you keep going around and around and around in circles, like, it's the same conversation, maybe in different words or different energies or different angles, but nothing seems to be really getting resolved. That's the issue. It's like you're wanting to resolve something within this connection, but it's like you're unable to. And you're looking for the right words. And this is the feeling like, maybe if I can find the right words, maybe they'll understand. And this is kind of part of the karmic nature of this situation. Part of what I'm hearing for you, Pile 1, I feel like there's something that you're wanting this person to understand, either about you or about the nature of this connection, or maybe just about the nature of life in general. And there's a message coming through for you, Pile 1, if this is you, that you're needing to let go of wanting this other person to see things the way that you do. It's not your responsibility. Okay, even if you are right, Pile 1. Even if you are right, even if they do have it wrong, if they are set on misunderstanding you, that's part of what they're here to learn. Because I have a feeling, whether or not they learn this from you, they will learn the lesson eventually, okay? Whether it's in this lifetime, or, you know, if they're terminally ill, you know, when they pass over, they'll understand, okay? The veil of ego, the veil of lies, the veil of misunderstanding, all of that will be ripped away, and they will see things the way that they truly are, okay? So, yeah, let's keep moving forward. Let's get Pile 1's energy towards their person in this connection. What's Pile 1's energy towards their person in this connection? Show me Pile 1's energy towards their person in this connection, please. You're tired of being on the defense. I feel like you have been, and it's like you're ready to let the guard come down. What's Pile 1's energy towards the person on their mind in this connection? You're ready to give up the fight. What is Pile 1's energy towards their person in this connection? Wow. There is this feeling of wanting to reconcile, kind of like a home dynamic. Now, whether this is somebody you were or are married to, or like maybe somebody from your childhood that was very integral in your, you know, your upbringing, there's almost this feeling here of wanting to, what's that word? I'm not saying it's necessarily you're wanting a second chance, like, and this is for those of you that are maybe like, you know, going through a divorce or going through a separation of a romantic relationship. It's not necessarily that you're wanting to get back together. There's just this sense of we need to find common ground. We need to find common ground. And that may be because you've got kids together, maybe you have a business together, maybe you've got mutual friends and family together. There's just this feeling of we need to find a space, we need to find common ground. We need to bury the hatchet, basically. We need to bury the hatchet, basically. And it's like you're willing to put aside your differences and face the unknown in terms of what this relationship is, but there's a sense of wanting to bury the hatchet. Let's just bury the hatchet, you know, put the past behind us and try to make the best of things. Let's see what their energy is towards you in this. What's their energy towards pile 1 in this connection? I'm mostly getting a sense of like pile 1. Some of you, this is the person on your mind is someone that is somebody that you're romantically tied to, like an ex-lover, an ex, you know, an ex, basically. Somebody you may have been married to and or have kids with, and then also somebody who, for the rest of you, I feel for the most of you, it's going to be someone from your, you know, your past in terms of family. Okay, you know, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin. I'm hearing cousin. Somebody that you were very close to in the past, okay? All right, and so their energy towards you in this connection, it's like they're wanting a break. They're under no illusion either. They do recognize, okay, they do recognize pile 1, their part in the, they do recognize their part in the breakup of this connection. They do, okay? And with the Page of Cups here, there is this feeling where they are wanting to move forward in terms of wanting to maybe, you know, offer you an apology for the way things went between the two of you. What I'm hearing is they're not above giving an apology. Okay, they're not above it. So there is a lot of emotion tied to this connection. Okay, so this is somebody pile 1, that's somebody that was very near and dear to your heart. Very near and dear to your heart. Somebody that you feel like is family to you. All right, whether they are blood-born family or someone, you know, that you married or had that type of a relationship with. Yeah, they're under no illusion. So if you're thinking pile 1 that your person just has no idea what made the communication or this connection fall apart and break down, they're under no illusion. They know. They know perfectly well what happened. And you might be surprised that they are, what I'm hearing is they're not above giving you an apology. Okay? So I'm feeling pile 1 for the most part. What I'm feeling pile 1 is that this may be a lesson for you as well. You may have an assumption that your person is going to act a certain way or respond to you a certain way if you were to reach out to them. And it's that assumption that is, or I should say fear, okay? Because that assumption is based out of fear. It's that fear that is really keeping from being able to mend things in a satisfactory way for both parties. Okay. What is... First, let's see. We'll ask straight out if there's hope for this connection. Is there hope for this connection? Is there hope for this connection between pile 1 and their person? Okay. Well, This may be, okay, so yeah, this energy is going to go more along the lines for those of you who had a love relationship or a romantic relationship with this person. I feel like you or they, or possibly both, may have already moved on into another relationship, and or this may have been something where there was a third party involved. There may have been cheating, or that's what it felt like. And it's almost that, like, you may be able to get closure and you may be able to bury the hatchet with this person, but as far as like, is there hope in this connection in terms of like reconciliation, getting back together, it looks like at this time the answer to that question is going to be no. I feel like you may have been expecting, you know, or hoping for a fairy tale ending. And then this is bringing me back to that Seven of Cups card in reverse. It's like realizing the illusion of that. There's no more illusion at all. There's this very sobering understanding about the nature of this connection. Possibly like too much damage has been done to ever be able to go back to the way things were. Yeah, and so we've got next Two Loves and Love Movie. I feel like someone in this connection may have moved on very, very quickly. But I'm also, like I said, pile one, I was picking up on with this for you, where it's more of a need for closure than anything else, wanting to bury the hatchet. And I feel like this is because you and this person share some kind of, you know, whether you share kids, you share a business, you share, you know, mutual friends, family members and stuff. It's like, we don't have to be best friends. We don't have to be lovers. We don't have to be this, that, and the other. But can we at least be friendly? Can we at least bury the hatchet? Can we at least get along? Because we're going to be seeing each other, right? We're going to be seeing each other quite often, whether it's because, you know, you're having to communicate because of kids, or you got the same family involved, or same friends. It's like we're running the same circles kind of thing. Can we not have this underlying feeling of animosity and bitterness? And you may have been the one to move on, pile one. You know, that very well could have been. And it may be that this person is just kind of feeling, you know, left out in the cold, or bitter, or resentful about how things went down between the two of you. And you're trying your best to put things in the proper perspective. Let's get some guidance for you. What guidance do we have for pile one regarding this connection? There's the moon again. I guess that was, we didn't have the moon, it was the high priestess. We got the world and the moon coming up. Yeah, like I feel like there's a definite end to this karmic relationship. Like, I feel like lessons have been learned, whatever those lessons were. There are no illusions anymore. It's like, you know what your part is, they know what their part is, and then ghosting. So, not necessarily ghosting in terms of like, you know, there's a sense of doing a disappearing act on this connection as in terms of where your energy is at, pile one. I do feel like you and this person, for whatever reason, do need to stay in contact, but it's not anything like, say, if you have kids, it doesn't have to be anything beyond what's going on between the kids. If it's someone in your family or someone in your business, it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be a close tied, you know, a close-knit relationship between you and them. There's this energy, though, of you needing to completely withdraw your energy from this person and from this connection. Especially if the other person refuses to make amends with you. especially if the other person it's just so weird, you guys. I feel like there is this feeling with your person's energy where they may go back and forth. It may be pride and ego. That might be what it is with this whip energy with them. It's like they know they owe you an apology. They know that they acted out of character. Or they, you know what I mean? Or they may have called you out of your name, or may have caused you to have to step out of your energy. And they know they owe you an apology, but there's something, there's this sense of their pride and ego has been wounded somehow. And it may have been because you chose, like with the two loves here, you know, it doesn't have to be literal. Like it doesn't have to be that you chose to, you know, move in a different direction in terms of being in a relationship with someone else versus them. It could just be that, you know, the two of you grew apart and now you're no longer, you know, best friends with them, or, you know, tightly knit with them. You're tightly knit now to somebody else, or you just run in a different group. It's like, you know, just because we grew apart doesn't mean we have to be enemies. We don't have to be enemies just because, you know, our lives are no longer in alignment the way that they used to be, kind of a thing. Which is very mature, pile one. Very mature. Yeah, and see here, it's like, keep it business, whatever that means for you. Just keep it about business. Withdraw your energy, do a disappearing act on this connection as much as you possibly can. And for whatever communication that you do need to have with this person, just keep it strictly business, whatever that means for you. Okay? So like if this person's part of your family, it's like, you know, if, for instance, if grandma has you know, a birthday coming up, you know, and maybe you'll have to converse with this person in order to help put things together. It's like, you know, our interactions with each other don't have to be fraught with tension and conflict. Like we can be adults and put, you know, the past behind us and put our differences behind us and just, you know, maybe find a new way to coexist with each other, you know, like adults, right? Yeah, not being afraid to wrap up, you know, I'm getting this feeling of just like tying up loose ends with this person in a nice little package and just putting it on a shelf somewhere, you know. But really with this ghosting, it literally talks about a sudden disappearing act. Withdraw your energy from this person and from this connection, and only deal with them on a business basis, you know, or on an as needed basis. All right, what we're going to do now, pile one, is get some messages from them to you. What messages do you have for pile one? I'm in a committed relationship. Okay, so for some of you, it may have been them. I'm in a committed, oh, I trusted you. You know, and energies can be, you know, flipped or reversed, pile one. So, you know, if you're not feeling particularly hurt that they moved on with someone else, give me one more message for pile one. I see life differently now. Yeah. So there is this dynamic of, you know, they moved on. So, like I said, you know, energies can be reversed or flipped. So just take this how it resonates. But the person speaking here is letting the other person know, it's like, I trusted you. I trusted you and you let me down. That's the energy. And it's like they're not wanting to be bothered because they're in a committed relationship. And this could also mean like, I'm not going to bother you. Like this could be like, you know, You don't have to worry about me trying to get you back because I'm in a committed relationship and I see things differently now. I'm not the same person that I was. Okay? And this goes back to earlier in the reading where I'm like, you might be surprised. Like it's your assumption about how you think this person is going to respond that might surprise you. It's like they're letting you know they see things differently now. They're not who you've known them to be. This I'm in a committed relationship now could also mean I'm settled down. My energy is settled down now. I'm not as highly reactive as I used to be. But there is this sense of, you know, I trusted you with something and you broke that trust. Okay, so whatever that is, pile one, like that feeling is still there. Maybe they're the ones expecting an apology. Okay. Let's see. What does pile one's person want them to know? What does pile one's person want them to know? What does pile one's person want them to know? I want you. Oh my gosh. What does pile one's person want them to know? What does pile one's person want them to know? I want to tell you how I feel. I am getting that too, whether it's romantic or not. And you know what I'm hearing too? It's not necessarily like they want you in a romantic or sexual way. This may be letting you know that they're wanting you to go ahead and reach out. Like they want this connection. That might be more along the lines of what it is. It says, I couldn't let you get close to me. Yeah, so they may have felt like their energy may have felt very closed off and shut off towards you in the past. But there is this sense of them wanting to communicate with you as well, pile one. Like they're letting you know it's okay to come forward. It's okay to approach me now. You know, if they were somebody in the past where they were just very, like you were kind of not intimidated, but, you know, especially with this whip energy, they may have had some really cruel words to say, or they just may have had this propensity to cut you down. It's very Five of Swords energy with this person, where it was, you know, and that may have been how they were able to keep you from getting close to their heart. Again, there's a sense of something happened, pile one. I don't know, you know, where they feel like they were wronged by you in some way, and the only in a way that hurt them at the core of their heart. Pride and ego, definitely. And that was the way that they, you know, they had such a hard time keeping you from getting back into their heart space. That was the way that they kept you at arm's length, was by using really messed up, you know, communication, saying things that were hurtful, hitting them below the belt, you know what I mean? Going for the throat kind of thing. But they're letting you know they're not like that. There's this energy of I've grown up. I've grown up. I'm not like that anymore. It's okay for you to come forward. Okay, pile one. I hope that this resonated. I hope that it gave you some answers that you were looking for. Actually, you know what? There is, hold on, my bad. This deck was hidden and I forgot I wanted to use it. All right, parting messages or energy. What does pile one need to know about this connection? Is there any hope for this connection for pile one? Yeah, they were definitely the runner. That could have been you too with the gold. Then we have the golden mirror. That has narcissistic vibes to it. So we definitely have an avoidant personality with somebody who could have exhibited like narcissistic tendencies. Somebody that was very self-absorbed. We have love bombing, self-absorbed, narcissistic, one-sided relationship. We got the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy. There's that I couldn't let you get close to me energy and separation. For some of you, pile one, what I am feeling with you is that this may have been There's karmic relationship at the bottom of the deck again. Wow. This is starting to feel, and it's too bad that it came through at the very end of the reading. This is really starting to feel like a connection where you're feeling left out in the cold, pile 1. That's what this is feeling like. You know, whether this is a romantic interest, somebody that you were with that held you at arm's length, you know, wouldn't make a commitment to you. And then, like, this ended and they got with someone else and gave that person what you wish they would have given to you. That could be flipped too. This could also be the energy that you're in. Like I said, energies can be flipped in reverse. This could also be something akin to, like, maybe a parent, you know. Maybe you didn't have your mom or your dad in your life, and then they disappeared, or they just were absent, but they went on to have more kids, and they were, you know, involved in your brothers and sisters' lives in a way they were never involved in yours. Okay, there is that sense there where it's almost like, well, why are you giving them everything that you wouldn't give to me? There's that sense there. And there's just this overwhelming feeling of, you know, there's a karmic lesson in that is needed to be learned, pile 1. Okay. All right, pile 1, those were your messages. I hope that they resonated. If it did, please do me a favor. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what number or pile that you picked. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you guys in your next reading. Thanks, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose I believe this is Unakite. Is that how they call it? This lovely green and pink crystal heart. This is going to be your reading. What we're doing today, you guys, is we are tapping into the energy of you and your person's connection. Whoever is on your mind doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection, although that is going to be the dominant energy of, you know, the collective that is tapping into these readings. Having said that, you know, if you're here more along the lines of a person who's a friend or a colleague, you know, not a romantic connection, just, you know, remember it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Just put the energy and apply it in the way that it fits, okay? In other words, if I'm talking about, you know, intimate moments with, you know, the person, and you're asking about somebody you would not or never would have intimate moments with, that would just be something you disregard, okay? If you're interested in booking a personal private reading with me while they're still available, check the description box below. I do have a kind of like what's going on with my ex type of a reading where we tap into their feelings for you. You know, what's going on with this connection type of a reading. It's only $25. Email it to you. And then there's just a basic reading if you have a general issue that you're wanting to look into. Okay, that's also $25. Just check the description box below for booking details. Let's get into your reading. So here we got the hand of cards talking about taking a chance, taking a risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, and gambling. And then we also have talking with interested, conversing more, awaited messages, arrive, text, calls, email, and hovering. And then we also have the energy of the mountain, which talks about obstacles and challenges, things that are needing to be overcome before things can really get going again. Okay, there definitely is a sense of a lack of progress because of whatever this obstacle is. And you guys, there may be this energy here of, you know, there may need to be a calculated risk, taking some kind of a chance to get things going again. Of course, we're going to delve more into the energy to find out what is going on with this connection. All right, what is going on with this connection? Pile 2 and their person. I am picking up for some of you, this may be like a long distance kind of a thing. The obstacle could be long distance. It could also be kind of something taboo, like it might be, you know, maybe you're wanting to date this person and this person is like an old long time, like an old boyfriend or girlfriend of a friend of yours from a long time ago, that kind of a thing. Yeah, because we got about to reveal and about to confess. There's just this energy here of like, I'm not supposed to feel this way, or I'm not so sure that it's okay for me to feel this way about this person. Okay? And unfortunately, these cards are not really giving me too much insight as to what the issue is, but we're just going to keep pulling cards until we get it. What is your feeling towards this person? I do feel like you have a past with this person though, pile 2, okay? I do feel like you somehow have a past with this person. I don't know if this is someone that you used to be with and they moved away. Ah, okay. That's starting to make a little bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, either you, pile 2, or they, one of you did, yeah. Okay, I'm getting a feeling where I feel like you were with this person and you decided to go in a different direction, and it's almost one of those things like, now you're feeling like, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I am picking up distance between you and this person, and it may not be physical geometric distance or geographical distance, sorry. It may just be distance emotional wise, like this person had to like distance themselves emotionally from you because you decided to go in a different direction. A lot of the times judgment can talk about making a final judgment on something, and you know, it may have been somebody that you had friend zoned, okay, but I am picking up for a lot of you that this is someone where you decided for whatever reason you were not going to go in this person's direction, you were going to go in a different direction, and then the different direction that you went on, you were like, oh, this was not the right path or the right choice. I wonder if it's too late to go back towards my person. That kind of energy. And remember, you guys, these energies can be flipped, okay? So just put this information where it fits. In other words, if you know you were the one that was left, okay, then I'm speaking from their perspective, if that makes sense, okay? But there is this sense here where a choice was made to go in a different direction, and now there's almost this desire to want to retrack, to go back. You know, I'm hearing that song by Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time. All right, what is pile 2's person? What is pile 2's person's energy towards pile 2 in this connection? I will say there's a mutual energy here about wanting to return. Okay, so whatever side of the coin that you're on, pile 2, there is this desire coming. I am picking up this energy on both ends where there is this desire to want to revisit the past. Okay, yeah, with the Lovers. Okay, well, there's just this feeling with their person where it's like, yeah, they're wanting, because they do feel the kind of connection, like whatever you're feeling towards them, they're feeling towards you. Okay, there is a lot of mirroring going on here, pile 2. It's just with your person, where your person is concerned, or this could be you, like I said, you know, put yourself where the energy fits. It's like, I do want to go back and revisit the past. I wouldn't mind maybe giving this another shot, but you know, what if something happens, and you know, what if I put this person on a pedestal again, or you know, trust them with my heart again, and it's like this fall from grace kind of thing. You know, what if I get hurt again? You know what I mean? And so what if it fails? You know, am I going to get crushed again? That kind of an energy. So there is this feeling coming. There is this energy on both ends of possibly wanting to revisit this connection and give it another go. But one of you has this fear, like, if I let this person back into my life and back into my heart, are they going to hurt me again? Okay, there is that energy coming from one of you. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and just ask straight out. Is there any hope for this connection? For pile 2, is there any hope between pile 2 and pile 2's person? We got yes. So there has been growth, I feel, like in the energy of this connection, some growth, some understanding. Some growth has been made and an understanding has been come to. Okay, so pile 2, if you're the one that was ultimately left behind, okay, or even if you were the one that went a different direction and now you're wishing that you hadn't, there is growth in this connection and an understanding where there is this, okay, you know, I forgive you for not knowing any better kind of an energy. It's okay, you know, I don't mind giving this another chance. I'm not taking it personally. You just, you know, you didn't know what you were walking out on, that kind of a thing. Okay. But I do feel like growth has happened energetically in this connection where a revisit is definitely possible. So is there hope for this connection? Basically, yes, there is. Okay. Wait, there's friends coming up again. Okay, friends, and then we got messy. It's talking about a complicated situation. That's what I mean. That's the energy that came out at first. There's something very complicated about this situation. This may be somebody, like I said, that you friend zoned, or this may be somebody that, you know, like I said, maybe the friend of, you know, not the friend, but like may have been an ex of a friend or an ex. I don't know. There's just something complicated and messy about the energy of this connection. Okay. I keep hearing if I could turn back time. But yeah, overall, pile 2, there is hope for this connection. Okay. All right, let's get some messages. What messages do you have for pile 2? Pile 2, if you feel so inclined, because I am kind of nosy, you know, and you don't mind sharing pile 2, comment below and let me know what the messiness is. I mean, besides being like maybe a friend's old, you know, lover, or, you know, romantic interest from way back, like, you know, or somebody that used to date like a brother or sister or something. If you don't mind sharing, let me know in the description box below, because I'm sure there's other, you know, things that can make a situation complicated, you know, and messy, besides like long distance, or, you know, maybe it's somebody you work with. I don't know. You're not supposed to, you know, and there's company policy, you're not supposed to do that. Or this is a boss or something like that. So we got, I feel so happy for you. Look, I still have feelings for you. Yes, I do feel like you have a history with this person already. I feel. I don't know. There's this feeling in this connection, pile 2, where it's almost like things should have happened. We should have been, but we, you know, one of y'all went in a different direction for whatever reason. Give me one more card for pile 2. I keep wanting to say pile 1. Man, if you were drawn to pile 1, pile 2, go ahead and go check pile 1 out, because there are going to be messages there for you as well. I watch your social media. Yeah. This person, you are definitely still on their mind. If this is someone you are still connected to for whatever reason, they're letting you know that the time they spend around you, they feel that's when they feel the happiest. Okay? And there is this feeling of like, you know, there's almost a guilty pleasure to it. Like they're feeling like they're not supposed to. Now that song from Usher is coming through. You Make Me Wanna. That's the song, You Make Me Wanna. And some of y'all, oh my gosh. Some of y'all got a story to tell. And you know what? In pile 2, I get this feeling like I get this feeling like you're not wanting to cause waves, you're not wanting to cause issues, and you're not wanting to do wrong by anybody. You know what I mean? Let's get some more. What other messages do you have for pile 2, please? I couldn't let you get close to me. Yeah. I look for you everywhere. It says it was my fault, but I blamed you. Huh. Yeah, so there may be this energy here where pile 1, if you were the one that ended up having, you know, you decided to go in a different direction, it could have been because this person was not opening up to you and giving you the energy that you required, you know, that anyone requires, you know, in a connection with anybody, regardless of what it is. There has to be an equal give and take in any kind of a connection. And this person, it just kind of feels like they may not have been emotionally available at the time. Okay, like I said, just put the energy where it fits. And so, they're recognizing, though, whatever happened in this connection, they are realizing that they were the one to blame. Like, had they shown up for you in the way that they should have, you would not have made the decisions that you did. You may not have went, you know, the direction that you did. Whatever the sense is here, though, I am picking up that your person is available to reignite this connection. In whatever sense you want to make that mean, pile 2. Okay? And there is this feeling, you guys, that they are going to want to be they're going to want to come forward. There is a sense that they're going to want to come forward. All right, we're going to get some last, let's see, what's guidance? We'll pick up some guidance. What guidance do we have for pile 2 regarding this connection? There's a relocation. Yeah, okay. Like I said, a lot of you, this could be talking about long distance in terms of like geographically. You know, they had to move away. Here we got celebration, and this may have been how the two of you may have reconnected. There could have been like maybe a high school reunion or something that brought them back around to where it's like, oh, you know what I mean? High school reunions coming up for most of you. For those of you that aren't old enough to go to like a high school reunion, it's just this feeling of some kind of a party that would have brought you and your person back into the same, you know, the same room, back into the same, I can't talk for some reason. Something happened, a kind of a get together, a celebration, a party, maybe it was a wedding or something like that, where you know, both of you ended up in the same space together for the two of you to reconnect. And it sparked this feeling of maybe we should reconcile, maybe we should give this another shot or another try. But something has happened to where now things feel more complicated, even messy now. There's this feeling of wanting to move forward, wanting to go forward, but there's this mountain here. There's something here that's keeping you guys from being able to give this another go, right? All right. We got one of you ran and caused a separation in this connection. One of you ran and caused a separation. Now that doesn't mean like the separation was caused from, like, in other words, pile 2. Give me a second, because one of them flipped over in here. There's them. Okay, that was the one. This is simply, the runner could have been somebody. I mean, the runner may not have necessarily like broke it off, but the runner is someone that basically closes themselves off to intimacy. Like the two of you could have been in a somewhat functioning connection, even if you were the one that ended up having to like cut ties. It's almost like, well, you just kind of, you did what needed to be done. This person was the one, the runner was the one that was essentially checked out of the relationship. The runner checked out energetically. You know, you may have just been like, okay, well, this isn't working for me because you're not showing up. That kind of energy. Here we've got addiction and mask. Not showing true feelings. That goes with the runner. Pretending, gaslighting. Then we got addiction with codependent, obsession, controlling, has a block and restraint. Yeah, this person may have just been in this energy where something else was taking precedent over the connection. Like their energy was not in the connection at all. It was in something else completely. Whether it was substance abuse, it may have been they weren't quite over an ex yet. Maybe they weren't, you know, emotionally ready to let go of options. It could have been something like that. You know, and if this is a non-romantic relationship, it could have been just that, you know, their addiction took all of their energy, whatever that addiction may have been. Maybe they were addicted to achieving, you know, status, wealth, you know, addicted to people pleasing. And so, you know, they gave their energy more over towards someone that may have been perceived as more popular than you. You know what I mean? It's like apply the energy where you see fit. This person wasn't able to show up authentically in this connection because they were lacking something. Okay? There is a wound that was operating beneath the surface that was causing this person not to be able to show up authentically because of a wound that made them feel very badly about themselves. Okay, pile 2. All right, that was your message, pile 2. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor. Comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what pile you picked. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will be seeing you guys at your next reading. Thanks, pile 2. Hey, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the tiger heart, to the tiger's eye heart, this reading is for you. I've been having a difficult time talking during these readings. It's so weird, pile 3. Anyway, we are just going to be checking into the energy of the connection that you have with your person. Okay, whoever that person may be, whomever's on your mind. It can be a romantic interest. It doesn't have to be. It can be, you know, a friendship. It can be somebody that you are, you know, blood related to, whatever. Just put the energy as you see fit. Okay, this is a general reading, so, you know, I'm going to be picking up on a lot of different energies just depending on the collective. So if I say something that may be like, you know, talking about sexual or intimate moments and, you know, that doesn't pertain to you and your connection, that would just be something that you know, disregard. All right, you guys? And this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're interested in booking a private reading with me, just check the description box below. 95% of my readings are like $25, okay, and I email them to you. They're really, really, really affordable, and there's, you know, I can check into the connection of, you know, you and your person specifically, whether they're a romantic interest or not, okay? All right, you guys, let's get in, see what's going on with this connection. So we have the clock energy and the bear energy. So bear energy in this deck is talking about power struggles, okay? And power struggles in this connection may have caused a rift between you and this person that is needing some time to heal, okay? So there is this feeling here, like I don't necessarily feel that anything is over in sense of like, you know, is there hope for this connection in terms of like, you know, reconciliation or, you know, restoration of this connection overall? I am picking up on the energy that is a yes, but I do feel like timing is going to be an issue here. I don't think it's going to be anything where you're going to be able to directly influence when. It just may be like, you know, you may have some healing to do, they also might have some healing to do, and it may just be that, you know, there's a break in terms of like an energetic break, like y'all are needing to take a break from each other. just kind of, you know, pulling your energy away and back from this connection in order to allow those rifts to heal, okay? And this is really coming through to pile 3. If there's this feeling like we need to talk, like that's how we're going to be able to, you know, mend this gap between us, is by talking. In other words, we need to talk, not take a break. No, the literal guidance here, pile 3, if you want to mend this divide between you, it's like this person needs space, okay? It's the space that is going to, I know this sounds so weird, it's the space that is, it's given this person space is what is going to heal this divide, okay? Not texting them, not showing up at their door. I am picking up for a lot of you, this does feel, I can't really say that. There is some connotation here that this is a romantic kind of a thing, where this may have been somebody you dated, but this could also be for, you know, a best friend or something like that. So I actually retract that back. But the thing is like, don't intrude on their energy. What they're needing right now, pile 3, is for you to step back, take your energy back and away from this connection. Don't try to convince them. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to do anything. Just pull your energy back away from them. Allow them space to process whatever needs to be processed. Okay, there is this feeling like they will eventually reach out to you. And if you have been trying to basically force this connection to be mended by trying to like get them to see things your way, or you're not understanding kind of an energy, that's not helping anything, pile 3. Right away, that's the energy that's coming through, okay, you guys? The guidance for you guys is, yes, there is hope for this connection, but you have to let this person heal and process things their own way and in their own time, okay? All right, for pile 3, what is the overall energy of this connection? Drama Queen. Pile 3. This may be Drama Queen. This may be what you're wanting them to realize. You're like, you know, maybe you stepped out of character, pile 3. Maybe you were behaving in a way that you were behaving out of your energy. Like maybe this person triggered behavior in you where you were just not, you know, you knew that maybe you weren't acting the right way, whatever it may be. And this person may be seeing you as a drama queen. And you're wanting them to realize, like, that's not me. That's not how I am. And unfortunately, what you're not understanding at pile 3 is like the more you try to force them to see that you're not that way, the more that you are actually reinforcing this idea of how you are. You know what I mean? So if you're wanting to heal, if you're wanting to heal this idea of them that you are a drama queen or king, okay, that you're this person that is highly reactive, you know, that you're just embroiled in drama. The way that you can show them that you're not like that is by pulling your energy back away from them, and letting them process things on their own time, you know, according to their own needs, their own processes, okay? And we do have silence. I am picking up like this is maybe a no contact situation. So it's almost like, you know, expect crickets, expect a time of silence, because what I am picking up is this 4 of Swords energy where there is this need for a break. This person needs a break from you and your energy for whatever reason, pile 3. That is what's going to heal the divide, is you giving them their space, okay? And their space means no texting them, no showing up at their job or at their door, no driving by their house, you know, and it even means not thinking about them constantly. I know that's hard to do, pile 3, so some guidance here would be to start filling up your time with things that can take up that mental space. You know, think of things that are constructive that can kind of distract your thoughts, where your thoughts are not constantly wandering over to them, what they're doing, who they're with, and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because people can pick up on, even if you're not texting, you're not calling, you're not going by their house, you're not driving by or doing anything like that, it's also energetically intrusive when you're constantly in their energy mentally and emotionally. Okay, this is why pile 3, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you tend to move on, you know, if you've ever had this experience before, it's like, you know, when someone is constantly on your mind, it's like you never hear anything from them, right? And then the moment you decide, okay, I'm done feeling this way, I'm going to move on. I'm going to start, you know, dating or doing whatever. And that person, you know, within like a week just pops up. And that's why. It's because, you know, you withdrew your energy, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. You withdrew your energy and they picked up on that, okay? So that's what they need. They need space. Energetic, not just like physical space, but energetic space as much as possible, okay? On the table, here we got writing, diary, and keeping notes. If there was, okay, you guys, if there was kind of like a commitment or an offer on the table, is like, I don't know if maybe things, if this was something that just ended abruptly. I don't know if you guys, if there was an offer on the table prior to this separation happening or this no contact situation happening. I'm not picking up that that's completely off the table yet. Okay, there is this feeling here like there is hope in this connection. And whatever offer or proposal that was on the table when the separation happened, if you will allow this person's space, they're going to be willing to revisit that offer. Okay. So there also is this guidance coming through pile 3. If you're wanting to talk to them, okay, there's things you're wanting to get off your chest, funnel that energy in letters to them. Okay, don't actually send it to them. Okay, but this is how you can, you know, get a notebook and start journaling and writing to them. You know, and it could be something that you decide to save and, you know, maybe show them later on in life or something, who knows. But if there is some things you're wanting to get off your chest, go ahead and just, you know, write in a journal at this point in time rather than taking it to them. All right, what is pile 3's energy towards their person in this connection? There is definitely energy of an apology here. I do feel like something happened with you, pile 3, that may have gotten you out of your character. Yeah, and I just feel like that's what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to let them know, like, I just want you to know that I apologize. Like, I'm sorry for acting this way. I'm sorry for saying those mean things. You know, you're wanting to admit that you were in the wrong. And I just feel like there's this energy there, and, you know, you're wanting to, and you're wanting to do all of this to release fear and anxiety. You're just, basically, it's like you just want to get it off your chest. That's what it is. You just want to get it off your chest. You just want them to know because it'll make you feel better about things. The thing is, though, is that's having a counterproductive effect on this connection. And so that's why you're being guided to write all of that stuff in a journal. Like, you can still communicate with them energetically. I'm even hearing if you do it that way, because, you know, they can pick up on your dominant thoughts towards them. So if your dominant thought towards them is, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I shouldn't have said those things, I acted completely out of character, I'm doing self-reflection because, you know, I do value this connection, I value you, you know, things like that, they will pick up on that energy, pile 3. And that, coupled with your willingness to give them that space, is going to allow them to hear that message coming from you loud and clear, okay? Let's see. What is pile 3's person? Okay, that's good news. We got the 5 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse. So they're getting over it, pile 3. Okay, they're already in the process of getting over whatever it was that happened between the two of you. Okay, they're letting go of it. They're coming into this feeling of a peaceful resolution. Okay, they're not quite there yet. Okay, they're still trying to find a balance within themselves, because I do feel like something in this connection knocked them off balance, pile 3. And that's why they're needing this break from you and from the energy of this connection, so they can kind of find their center. They can find their middle ground again. Okay, but they are going to return. Okay? They just need space. That's all they need. They just need space. Okay? They are going to be in a space, pile 3, to hear your apology. All right? They're even going to accept your apology, I'm hearing. Just give them space. That's all they really need. Let's see. What else are we going to do? Let's get some messages from them to you. What do you want to tell pile 3? Okay, it says, I hope that you can forgive me one day. Pile 3, what messages do you have for pile 3? See, this is your energy coming through, pile 3. Yeah, okay. This is your energy to them. It says, I hope that you can forgive me one day. I wonder if you are happy without me, and I wish I had treated you better. You got to forgive yourself, pile 3, okay? That's one thing. You got to forgive yourself for acting out of character or being drug out of your own energy, whatever it is. It's like you need to go ahead and let this go. And this is kind of how it is. I feel like, okay, this person is wanting to talk to you, but there is this need coming from you where, like, well, let me talk first. There's this feeling of like you're needing to offload on them so that you can feel better about yourself. And it's just kind of like, take a step back and let this person say what they need to say. Okay. I have a feeling like your person knows, like they know that. See, now here they are talking to you. They know that that wasn't really you. They know that you acted out of character. They know that wasn't the real you. Okay, they know that already. What messages do you have for pile 3, please? I want to start over. And here you come again with, do I still have a chance? I won't let you down, and I do love you. Okay? And I want you back. Yes, pile 3. Oh my gosh. This is the energy that you need to get out of. I mean, it's okay to feel these things. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to feel these things. But there's so much of you coming out in this reading. Like, I'm trying to get messages from them, but it's like your energy swoops in before they have a chance to talk. And it almost feels like how it is. This is almost like why they need a break from you, is because it's like your need for their forgiveness and for them to understand where you're coming from is superseding what they need to get over what it is that happened. It's like they already know, basically, too. Here's the overall energy, pile 3, is they already know everything you're wanting to tell them. They know you're sorry. They know that you didn't mean to hurt them. They know that you know that what you did was wrong. And they still need time to process everything that happened, okay? And it's really kind of their right. Like, I mean, I don't really know how else to put it in that sense. But they are going to be willing to start over, pile 3. Yeah, so we got breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So yeah, there is that feeling here of like no contact. Like, you know, they're not answering texts. They may have even blocked you. They're not necessarily wanting you to feel abandoned, but at this point in time, it's just like, you know, they're putting their needs first. You know, it's almost like you're dictating to them, pile 3, how they should, you know, how they should be healing from what, you know, from their hurt feelings. And that's kind of this power struggle over here with the bear too. It's like, you know, not to be rude, pile 3, and please don't take it like that, but who are you to tell your person how they need to get over what you did to them? And like I said, pile 3, energies can be flipped in reverse. So obviously, you know, if they were the ones that did you wrong, then you're seeing things from a different perspective. Okay? Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. So in other words, pile 3, it's like if you're the one where, you know, this person did you wrong, it's like what you can know is that this person is really, really sorry for what they did. Love addiction. Your person really is, whether this is you or them, what you need to understand is that whoever did wrong in this connection, you know, yes, you're going to be forgiven, if not already forgiven right now, but there is a sense here, it's like, you know, now just give me my space. Give me the space that I need to get over things, and then we can revisit this connection later. Why is love addiction here? That may be what is driving, like whoever the person is in pile 3, whomever it is, if it's you or if it's your person, the one that just has this overbearing need to want the other person, just whoever's in this energy of hear me out, just hear me out, just, not being able to let the other person have space to process. It's because of this love addiction, this codependent, obsessive need to fill a void, or, basically to fill a void inside. And really, space is needed for both of you guys in that instance. Like, if you are not able to find peace unless this person hears you out, and I guess that's okay. I mean, I guess that's okay. But is it really? Is it really okay to give somebody so much power over your sense of peace that unless they hear you out, unless they talk to you, unless they accept a text, unless they unblock you, that you're not going to have any peace whatsoever? There's kind of like a learning lesson there for that person as well, pile 3. You need to learn how to make peace and forgive yourself. Because if your sense of peace and your sense of closure is going to come from this person, and when we say I want you to hear me out, really what it is I want you to listen to what I say, and I want you to agree with me. I want you to accept what I say, and I want you to, you know what I mean? Because this person can listen to you, but then what happens if they disagree? What happens if they say, no, you're just a drama queen? No, that really is who you are. Then what? So it's a lot more than just wanting them to hear you out. It's like you want them to see things your way. And there's a sense of control that comes with that. Like you're wanting to control how they see you. Okay? And that goes back to this bear energy here, where it's like you need to let go of wanting this person to have a certain idea of who you are. You got to let go of that, okay? You need to be able, pile 3, to find your center and find balance within yourself in a way that is completely disconnected from what someone else is thinking, how they're feeling, what they're doing, and stuff like that. If you don't know how to do that, pile 3, please check the description box below. I have another channel called Your Wish Fulfilled. It's going to help you emotionally detach from, you know, giving your power away to somebody else, so that, you know, it doesn't matter if your person ever picks up the phone and talks to you again. You're still going to be able to find your point of center. You're still going to be able to get balance. You're still going to be able to feel peace and stuff like that. Okay, pile 3. All right, pile 3, those were your messages. I hope that they resonated. Congratulations. There is hope for this connection, okay? Just do me a favor. Make sure you comment below. Let me know what you thought. Also, be sure to smash that like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will see you guys at your next reading. Thanks, pile 3. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. If you chose this Mookaite Jasper heart, we are going to be looking into you and your person's connection, okay? And this can be anybody. It can be a romantic interest. It can be a family member. It can be a platonic friend. Just put the energy where it fits, okay? Just remember that it is general, so I'll be picking up on a lot of different energies. So if I were to say something along the lines of, you know, that would have to do with, like, you know, sexual intimacy or anything like that, and that has nothing to do with your connection at all, just disregard that part, okay? And if you are interested in booking a private reading with me, where I'm just tapping into your energy and your person's energy and the energy of your own connection, just check the description box below. I have a lot of $25 readings available, and they get emailed to you, okay? All right, so let's check it out. We got passion with insane chemistry, like each other equally, and then we have having fun, and then we have we got lady here, which this reminds me more of kind of like feminine energy in terms of, you know, the difference between masculine versus feminine. And feminine energy here is where it's very go with the flow. Very go with the flow, almost like a surrender to it. So there's a surrendering here to this passion with this insane chemistry. This is also letting me know whoever the feminine energy is in this connection may be the one that is going to have to make the first move, okay, in terms of whether or not this connection is going to rekindle or, you know, be restored or not. So let's see. What's going on in this connection between pile 4 and their person? So right off the bat, you guys, I am feeling and sensing that there is hope for this connection. We got interlude with pause, timing as a factor. So I am picking up on 4 of Swords energy, where there is, you know, y'all are in a break right now. It's funny, you guys, I've never really picked up on the difference between these energies before, but it doesn't feel as big as a separation. It just feels like a break, okay? Maybe it's just because when you think of a break, it might just be a few days, maybe even a week or so. It does, like, if the two of you haven't been talking, and it's like been maybe 2 or 3 days, I don't know. What the energy I am picking up on, you guys, is that this is just a short break, okay? If you're wondering, is it over for good? No, it's not over for good. This is just, there's a pause in this connection for whatever reason, okay? What's going on with pile 4's connection? A lot of ups and downs in this connection, a lot of highs and lows. That may be why, like, if your person was the one to kind of pull their energy away from this connection, it's because it was very difficult for them to handle the constant swing, okay, the constant mood swings. They're not used to the intense highs and the intense lows. There's a divine feminine. Yeah, the divine, okay, so, and I will tell you, you guys, I was trying to, earlier when I was shuffling your guys's pick a pile cards here with like lady, and it flipped over, so I knew that this was going to say lady. I even tried to clarify this, and the second lady card in the deck came out, and I was like, okay, then it's just talking about the feminine. You know, as far as there being hope in this connection, I do feel like it's going to be on the divine feminine's part, whichever one, who, if that's you or if that's them, to it's going to be on you as far as whether or not things are going to move forward in this connection. And of course we're going to, you know, get more information. Okay. Financial support with child alimony and government. Does your person have other responsibilities? Are they going through a divorce or going through custody battles? I just feel like there may be a lot going on in your person's life right now. And it's almost like, I don't know, like there's other things going on in your person's life where it's also causing them this feeling of their stress, this stress. And I do feel like even though this connection, pile 4, I'm just keeping it real with you guys, okay? This is the energy that I'm picking up on. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't tend to sugarcoat anything. Forgive me if it comes out the wrong way, okay? But I do feel like this connection also was bringing more stress to them than it was pleasure, probably because of these intense high and lows. And it may have been pile 4 that you're just wanting to know, like, where do we stand? Like, you're feeling, there is this feeling of like pile 4, maybe you're feeling very insecure about this connection and where it's going. Maybe your person's not showing up in the way that you need them to. And so there was just this constant push and pull between the two of you. And possibly what the divine feminine, what that card could also be meaning is whether you are the masculine or the feminine. Maybe in order for this connection to have hope, is to tap into your own inner feminine energy when it comes to this connection, because feminine energy, like I said, is not intrusive. It actually, feminine energy tends to focus the energy back on themselves rather than trying to push forward and intrude on someone else's energy. So it's like, you know, in other words, what this is letting me know, pile 4, if you're wanting hope or you're wanting this person to come forward, you don't necessarily have to do anything. You don't have to text them. You don't have to call them. You don't have to, you know, do anything. You can actually magnetize your person into you by simply focusing on yourself. Like, whatever it is you're wanting this person to do, like if you're wanting them to show up a certain way so that you can feel like you're important to them, that's because you yourself are having an issue with self-importance. Work on that yourself. Work on building your own sense of self-esteem so you're not taking it personal when this person doesn't, you know, text you back when you think they need to, or, you know, see you more than twice a week, or whatever. You see what I mean? Not to say that you don't deserve to have your needs met, but it's interesting the way things work, pile 4. The minute you are self-fulfilled, the minute you don't require someone to show up a certain way in order to fill a certain need for you is the moment they actually show up and start doing those things. Okay, it's the wildest thing. And so here, for me, the divine feminine is meaning like, okay, start filling F-I-L-L-I-N-G, okay? Start filling those needs yourself. Okay, start doing things that make you feel worthy outside and beyond this connection. Start doing things that make you feel connected and that make you feel loved outside and beyond this person and this connection. Start doing things that make you feel alive and make you feel inspired. Start doing things that make you feel excited about life, you know, above and beyond this person and this connection. Okay? Yeah, that's actually some awesome insight right there, pile 4, because that's going to help you in multiple areas of life, not just in that way. All right, pile 4's person. Pile 4's energy towards their person in this connection. Yeah. I do feel like you're having a really difficult time, pile 4, manifesting what you're wanting from this person in this relationship. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to manifest a particular experience with this person, and it's just not happening. And the reason that is, pile 4, because you are capable of manifesting that from this person, is because your energy is you're too much in your masculine energy, meaning you're pushing too hard. Okay, and even if that's not like physically, like in the 3D pushing too hard, that just could be like energetically, your mind is on it way too much. There's a time in the manifestation process, pile 4, where you do take action, you do focus on, but then there's another process in the manifestation, or another step in the manifestation process where you withdraw your energy from it. You know, it's that point where I've done all that I can do. Now I just need to meditate and pray, withdraw my energy, let go and let God. If you don't know what step 2 of the manifestation process is, okay, it is actually the step where you step out of the masculine, mind-based, action-based, result-based energy, and you flip into the feminine based, heart-based, body-based energy, where you're just having faith and focusing your attention elsewhere. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, please check the description box below. I have another channel called Your Wish Fulfilled, and I actually teach you how to balance out both of those energies. Okay, all right, so what's pile 4's, let's see, pile 4's person, what is your energy towards pile 4 in this connection? Yeah, your person just needs some space, you guys. It's like, I don't want to say it like that, but I feel like your person has a lot of responsibilities and burdensome things to deal with. And when your energy is on them, like you are requiring them to okay. And I'm hoping that you understand this and you hear this the right way. This can actually be so freeing, pile 4, if you learn this and apply this, okay? But they are not responsible for your happiness. Nobody is. The only one that is responsible for your happiness and your sense of well-being is yourself. The moment you're able to really latch onto that and start learning how you can fulfill your own most basic needs, and this is true enlightenment here, you guys, okay? This is true enlightenment. This is true detachment this is giving all the power back to yourself. When you are able to fill your most basic needs and you're able to feel connected and loved and worthy and alive inside, and it has nothing to do with what's going on in your 3D circumstances. It has nothing to do with how your person is or is not showing up. You're just happy, at peace, and fulfilled and satisfied. That is true freedom, you guys, okay? So I do feel like this connection is trying to teach you a really important lesson. So this thing is like, you don't want to be another burden to your person, okay? And really what it is your person is trying to teach you, like, I want to, like, your person is saying, like, I want to, pile 4, I want to add to your happiness, I want to add to your joy, but I don't want to be the sole provider of it. Because they're understanding and they realize, like, if you are banking on me to be your only source of joy and peace and well-being, that's too much responsibility, and that is you giving your power away way too much, okay? And so for you, pile 4, it's this instance. Number 1, pile 4, your person feels the chemistry with you. They feel the passion towards you. They mirror you in terms of how, you know, feelings and stuff like that. But they are pulling their energy away from you to show you something about yourself. It's an important lesson that you need to learn. You know, if you have your entire life, like if their universe, if they are your universe, and you know your sense of well-being completely revolves around how this person is acting, how they're showing up or not showing up, there's a real problem here, okay? And you know, it's just this feeling of that, you know, your higher self and their higher self wanting you to see how detrimental that way of thinking and feeling is, and learning how to fill those needs on your own. Okay, let's see. Let's get some guidance for pile 4. Whoa. It's just this overall energy, pile 4, withdrawing your energy from out there, like what's going on out there, and refocusing it back on yourself. What can you do right now to increase and boost your own personal energy that has nothing to do with them? What can you do right now to make you feel better about yourself? Okay, self-care definitely is coming up, but self-care, you guys, is not always what you think it is. Okay, self-care is going to be anything that you do that is, whether it's in that moment that you're doing it or just an overall accumulative feeling that's going to make you feel better about yourself. So that means, pile 4, you know, often in the moment we feel better in the moment eating a donut than we would, you know, eating something that's healthy. But overall, like, you know, you're going to feel better about yourself if you eat something or drink something that is nourishing to you. Okay, you'll, like, in the moment you'll feel better about the donut, but you're gonna feel bad about yourself. You see what I mean? So definitely self-care here. Do things that you enjoy. You know, start tapping back into what brings you passion that has nothing to do with your person. Okay, really turn that energy back onto yourself. And focus that hard work, you know, all, like, however hard you were willing to work on this connection with this person, work equally as hard, if not more, on your connection with yourself. Okay, definitely some good stuff coming there for you guys. All right, let's get some messages from pile 4's person to pile 4, please. What messages do you have for pile 4? What messages do you have for pile 4? Aw, they miss seeing you. I love that. Okay, they trust you. They trusted you. They still trust you. So there must be this thing here where, like, pile 4, maybe it's you're feeling like, well, maybe they don't, you know, they don't trust that. I don't know. There's a sense of, like, for whatever reason, they're wanting you to know that they trusted you then and they still trust you right now. Okay. I feel like they, like I said, there's this, they've pulled their energy back from this connection, and there may be, you know, you may be questioning whether or not they can trust you with something. Whether or not they can trust you with your, you know, whether or not they can trust you with their heart, with their secrets and stuff like that. And they're saying that, yes, they do trust you. I'm waiting patiently. So, you know, they have this sense, it's like they're realizing there isn't a need here to hurry. There's not a need here to move too quickly in this connection. I feel like there's some loose ends that they are needing to tie up, pile 4. And a lot of their energy, that's where their energy is going. And they're being patient about it, and they're wanting you to be patient about it as well. What other messages do you have for pile 4, please? You don't know how hard it is to let you go. I know I was a distraction from your pain. And this is one of those lifelong things, like a distraction. See, whether or not it's this person or somebody else, pile 4, if the absence of this person from your life just makes you feel like there's nothing left to live for, that is indicative of what something called an abandonment wound, okay? Which existed before you ever met this person. So they're kind of pointing, this is like their higher selves kind of pointing to something even deeper within you that you need to look at, okay? For the benefit of your well-being. And right now what this says here with you don't know how hard it is to let you go, to me that's saying you don't know how hard it is for me to like stay away from you, that kind of an energy, okay? Like if you're wondering if they're having a hard time in your absence, it's like, yes, they are. They're like, you don't have any idea how hard it is for them to stay withdrawn from you. What other messages do you have for pile 4, please? I hide behind material things. That could be with this financial support too. This could just be talking about something a little bit deeper in them as well. See, this connection could be here to teach both of you guys something very important about yourselves. This may be just a heads up to you, pile 4, about, you know, if they do withdraw when the two of you, you know, are in a close, deep connection, this is probably where they tend to hide. They hide behind material things. They have a self-worth issue as well. You know, and I'm not really quite seeing how it fits in the context of this particular reading, but I have a feeling that you do, pile 4. You know this connection, this person on a more intimate level than I do. So this is just kind of a side note here for you that's thrown in there for some reason. Okay. All right, let's see. What other guidance do you have for pile 4? What other guidance do you have for pile 4? I feel like they're done talking. They're just, I don't know. Yeah, here we got not today. And that's funny because it's like they're just, I feel like they're not wanting to talk anymore. Heart with the key, stabbed in the back, and sword in a rose. Your person is just dealing with a lot right now, pile 4. And I really just feel like they're trying to conserve their energy, okay? They may be dealing with a third party, not saying that they're romantically involved with a third party, but they may be dealing with a third party that is draining them. Here was stabbed in the back. Okay, somebody that they're dealing with that may have betrayed them, or somebody that is just trying to suck them dry energetically. You know, whether, you know, and energetically can be, you know, their life force energy. It could just be financially. You know, with this energy here of heart with the key, it's like, you know, yes, we're in this interlude. We're in this kind of a break right now, but you do have the key to my heart. My heart does belong to you. Okay, pile 4, they are saying that their heart belongs to you. With the sword and the rose, we got clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor. Yeah, this is like they're letting you know. They're standing with you. Their heart does belong to you, but they're needing to take a break because they are overburdened by responsibilities. and they're just needing time away to gain, well, I should say to clear away a lot of stuff. There's a lot of mental baggage here and emotional baggage, and it's like they need a break from this connection, a very, very temporary break. Okay, pile 4, it's temporary. Okay, this doesn't have the energy of a full-blown separation where the two of you will be separated for weeks and or months. This is just days, maybe a week or 2 at the most. Okay, all right, pile 4, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor, comment below, let me know what you thought, let me know which pile you picked. Also, be sure to smash that like button for me. It is a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Be sure to comment, or I guess I say comment. Be sure to share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I'll see you at your next reading, pile 4. Thanks, bye.